Thicket Studios is proud to present tomorrow's hair solutions today. Our truly seamless hair extension line has revolutionized hairstyling and has made the once tedious tasks of applying hair extensions as easy as 1, 2, 3. Thicket Studios seamless hair extensions last 12 weeks and take only 30 minutes to apply, 10 minutes to remove. Our ultra seamless clip-ons employ micro clips that snap on and off, making application and adjustment a breeze. Thicket Studios temporary eyebrows work great for women with thinning, shaved, or no eyebrows at all. Thicket is an all-natural product for fine or thinning hair that helps cover the scalp, 100% gray coverage. Our Hair Now toppers come in large and small sizes and are a great solution for thinning or bald areas on the back of the head. In between dry shampoo will give you that freshly showered look and smell, and will give your hair 10 times the volume. I'm your host, Ben Mullen. Let's start with the application process of our truly seamless extensions. Lovely long blonde hair model, okay? Now, one of the things that we notice when we're dealing with the sides of the head is that a lot of times we actually have an absence of hair. The hair's been layered on. I go ahead and pull this back and we see that it's kind of fine, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a really cool technique to go ahead and build up some of the body and the volume in through the sides of the head. So before we get started, there's just a general rule of thumb. Now check this out. What I do is I take my 2 fingers right in through here and I basically follow around the whole entire head with my 2 fingers, okay? So a general rule of thumb is I never want to go lower than those 2 fingers for a couple reasons. If she ever takes her hair and pulls it back in a ponytail, you're going to go ahead and see some of them sticking out. Secondly, these stay in for 4 months. So what happens, average hair growth is about 1/2 inch a month. Eventually it's going to go ahead and hit the top of the ear, which you want to completely avoid at all times. I go ahead and take my 2 fingers to make sure that everything's where it needs to be. And then I very neatly and very organized, I go ahead and just get my section and go ahead and clip it out that way. So a little trick that we can do as well is what I do is I tuck the hair behind the ear. I don't want to go in forward of the high point of the ear because when she pulls this back in a ponytail, I don't want to see anything sticking out of the side. I'm going to go ahead and take my extension, which has been matched with the hair. I simply peel off both of the sides. And I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch lower than the part. So I go ahead and pull this out. Now very gently, I go in there and I lay it down. Now, if for some reason I realize that I've put this in an area and I want to go ahead and change, check this out. This is very, very forgiving. I can go ahead and just simply remove it off and then go ahead and reapply. I'm going to go right here, 1/4 of an inch past the part. And what I do is I just kind of push in there and I go ahead and secure it. Now I'm going to get some play with this. Now check this out. I go ahead and pick it up. The hair is still staying on there. So we went ahead, we've worked in here, we've pressed down firmly, the area is secured. Now watch how simple this is. All I'm simply going to do is remove the other side, just like this. So we're working with the hair right past the occipital bone. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to layer this up to go ahead and create more volume. We're going to do the exact same thing that we've done once again. So once again, I remove the double-sided tape on the back. And with a lot of control, I always want to go in there and make sure that I'm taking my time. I don't want to go ahead and rush anything. Every movement that I do needs to be very controlled and very clean. So all I do is I literally put this about 1/8 of an inch right below the actual existing one that we have on the hair right now. I go ahead and make sure it's where I want it to be. I go ahead and I press down firmly. And then once again, I'm going to go in there and remove the double-sided tape. So I just take my hand underneath, give it a slight little bend, and the tape comes off. It's as easy as that. So now we're going to move to the liquid tape. Really good advice just right off the bat. We always want to make sure that we go ahead and we keep the lid on this for the sake of it not spilling. If the tape spills on the hair, we have ourselves a nice little problem. I go ahead, I take this out. I want to make sure that I'm not dripping anything. Everything that I want to do, I want it to be very clean. So what I do is I take my liquid tape and I just simply apply it to the whole entire area that we're working with. Anything that comes off or seeps through can actually be shampooed within 24 hours and will be completely out of the hair. So I just want to make sure that I have it on everything just to go ahead and ensure that we're fastening it properly so the hair can last the 4 months. Step 1 is done. We've applied the liquid tape. Now watch. I'm going to go ahead and mirror the part that I already have. You want to keep everything very natural and very fluid with the movement of the hair. I go and I take a 1/2 inch section. Go ahead and get this out of the way. I just kind of let it fall over very naturally. We don't want to go ahead and force anything here. So from this point, I go underneath, and I'm applying pressure. What I'm doing is I'm getting rid of the air pockets with the liquid tape. Now check it out. I can comb through it. I can go ahead and tug on it, and I'm giving this a really good pull. If she's running, I'm going with her. If I take the hair where we have right now, it's a technique which I refer to as bouncing. I see the hair go ahead and fall out, so it's not just completely together in one clump. It's very soft and it's very natural.